everyone, it's me, Morgan Stewart, and I have a new podcast called The Morgan Stewart Show. Join me each week as I talk about pop culture, fashion, my personal life, and just a warning, I'm going to be giving my opinion on everything. I'll also have some really fun guests to join in on the fun. The Morgan Stewart Show is out now. Listen and follow wherever you get your podcasts or watch full video on YouTube.
25 years after the first Harry Potter movie hit the big screen, it's time to revisit these beloved films on the Harry Potter Official Film Podcast. Dive deeper into the world behind each film. Starting with the Philosopher's Stone, uncover hidden details, go behind the scenes with exclusive interviews, and rediscover the moments that shaped a generation. Watch Harry Potter, the Official Film Podcast on HBO Max, or listen wherever you get your podcasts.
If you walk into a room and can't remember why, it could be nothing or something more. If you confuse a familiar recipe, it could be a slip-up. Or it could be associated with amyloid plaque buildup in the brain. Amyloid is a protein that your body produces naturally, but a buildup in the brain could lead to memory and thinking issues. To see what may be behind your memory and thinking issues, talk to your doctor about getting a full assessment. It's never too early to start the conversation. Visit amyloid.com to learn more.
To get the Crime Writers on After Show right now, go to patreon.com/partnersincrimemedia.
I'm Rebecca Lavoie, and this is Crime Writers On. Crime Writers On is the original true crime review podcast that digs into true crime, pop culture, other podcasts. And on this episode, Tova wants answers about her son's death. Cameron is searching for his father. Marcellus knows how to help both of them, even though he's a giant Pacific octopus. We'll talk about the Netflix film Remarkably Bright Creatures starring Sally Field and Lewis Pullman. Joining me to get that done and more is true crime author, TV journalist, and host of These Are Their Stories, My Husband, Love of My Life, My Own Octopus That I Have to Live With, Kevin Flynn. Hello, Kevin.
Is it because I got so many arms?
Yes.
And I'm always
handsy.
Look at this.
Always trying to put your suckers on people.
My suckers on people.
Oh, gross.
That's a little intimate.
Your big
That sounds
spiky
awesome.
tooth situation.
Look at that. I'm reaching over.
Oh, my God.
I found the squid.
Don't make it weird.
Okay.
Also with us, private investigator, certified pet detective, resident cat lady, and author of The Final Curtain, it's Laura Bricker. Hello, Laura.
Hey, Rebecca.
And finally, our captain of all things cynical, author of the City Trilogy, host of Rip Current, More Like Ancient Family, and Strange Arrivals on our Patreon Deep Dive Book Club podcast. It's Toby Ball. Hola, Toby.
Hey, Rebecca.
So, Kevin.
Yeah.
This is Monday's program.
It is.
What's coming up on Thursday's show?
On Thursday, we're talking about a podcast that everybody seems to be talking about in our Facebook group. It's called Love Trapped.
Yes.
Love Trapped.
Yes.
Baby, love trapped. We're going to get
Toby
a copyright
loved
strike.
it. Just FYI. Spoiler alert. Loved it. Absolutely
So
loved
good.
it.
Tune in Thursday.
Oh, gosh. It's so funny because I mentioned Love Trapped on a podcast fundraiser I was on Sunday. And basically, I was just telling somebody, like, you should not listen to this podcast because it's a little too close to home for you. And I'm getting all these inbound tweets, people saying, like, oh, I'm so glad you recommended Love Trapped. I'm like, I didn't say I recommended Love Trapped. I just mentioned it by name in passing.
Well,
Anyway.
don't give it all away.
I'm not going to spoil it.
All right.
I won't spoil it.
We live in a weird world.
We do. We live in a very strange timeline, Toby.
Yeah, that's what the octopi say.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. All right, Kevin, should we talk about the film that we are here to discuss?
Let's do it.
All right, leading off.
Day 1,401 of my captivity. A herd of third graders and their inept teacher here to learn about marine life and ruin my afternoon.
This guy's name is Marcellus, and he's a giant Pacific octopus. Kevin, stop licking the glass.
Marcellus may be just an octopus, but he's very observant of what's happening around him in the aquarium. Tova, the cleaning lady, is considering selling her home. And when she sprains her ankle, cash-strapped Cameron takes a temp job helping clean.
I did everything on the checklist. I did everything that Terry asked me to. It's all done.
Look, Bud, there's a right way and a wrong way of doing things.
So sorry. I don't mean this out of disrespect, but, like, this isn't really your job anymore, and so it's sort of my way now.
I see. Well, I guess then I have to tell Terry that the guy he hired to take over for me almost lost his octopus. I'll call him when I get home.
Marcellus can sense the deep sadness in each of them. Tova has questions about her son's mysterious death at sea, and Cameron has come to town to confront the rich father he never knew. But from inside his tank, Marcellus has the answers both are searching for.
Humans, for the most part, are dull and blundering. But occasionally, you can be remarkably bright creatures.
Remarkably Bright Creatures stars Sally Field, Lewis Pullman, and Alfred Molina. The Netflix film keeps a little bit of the mystery and all of the emotion from the best-selling novel about an octopus who can see things in the people around him that they can't see for themselves. Spoiler alert, we're going to be talking about plot points from Remarkably Bright Creatures. So, if you want to remain spoiler-free, go to the estimated time code in our show notes for our thumbs up or thumbs down reviews. Now, I believe I am the only one of the four of us who read this book, right?
Right.
I did not.
A lot of my friends read the book.
I listened to the audiobook of this book, which is so fucking good.
It's funny, you did it for your book club.
I know.
Tonight, Rebecca is missing the book club follow-up where they're all going to watch the movie
Correct, because we're here. But the book is quite different than the film.
Mhm.
Some of the essential elements are there. In the book, the octopus is very, very funny and solves a lot of small mysteries along the way. So you get a lot of hints that he's a detective, and you get a lot of hints that he has powers that we don't have, which, by the way, powers that octopuses actually do have in real life. And I've never eaten octopus since reading the book, and I never will after reading it. Anyway, just want to let you know the book is definitely more of a mystery than the movie.
Okay.
So sorry, Kevin. I'm sorry that I said there was a mystery here.
No, that's fine. I mean, there is a little bit of it would have been, it's not like Thursday Murder Club or whatever that is.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And so let's review it.
All right. So, Laura, was this cozy for you? Yes or no?
Yes. This was exactly what I needed at the point in life. I've watched it twice that I sat down to watch it. It's like being wrapped in a warm octopus hug when you're watching this movie.
With suckers.
Yeah. It's cozy. It's comforting. It's gentle. Small stakes, but you're like, it's like feel good, kind of restore your faith in humanity, kind of just, you don't have to think too hard. And you're like, oh, that was so nice. And coming out of a long work period, it was exactly what I needed last Friday night when I got my DoorDash and watched this for the first time. Toby Ball, completely opposite.
Ball. Did you watch it 2 times?
Were you confused, Toby, about the fact that there was an octopus who was also a character in the story?
I was confused about what octopi do.
Pusses, pie. I didn't think you could say both.
Like you said earlier that you thought that like in the book, like all the stuff that the octopus does, the stuff that octopi really can do.
You understand in the book, for instance, how he ends up understanding that people are related or not. There's a lot of context for that in the book, which is not here. Yeah.
Does it explain like how he knows that Sally Field is home while he's dying in his cave underwater? I mean, it kind of just felt like the octopus was like somewhat psychic or
omniscient.
Yeah. I couldn't quite figure out, like, does he understand English? Does he understand what she's saying to him? I was a little bit confused. Like what I got was, it seemed like the person who wrote the book saw the same video that probably we all did of that octopus like escaping from its tank in the Miami aquarium, where he slips out through the thing. It was like, oh, this would be like, octopuses are cool. Maybe I can write a cool book about it. And yeah, like in this case, like, I don't know. I mean, it felt like it could have been a magic, any kind of animal, because you didn't really get a sense of that any of the stuff was kind of specific. But there's like this one scene where he like actually touches Sally Field. I don't know if he recoils, but he knocks her down. She sprains her ankle. And he says, oh, I'm sorry I did that, but I was able to detect a hole in her heart.
My tug was instinctual, because I felt the hole in her heart, her hidden affliction, the cleaning lady's heart. I must find a way to heal it. It's the least I can do to repay her for saving mine.
Which at the time, I thought meant that she had like a literal hole in her heart and was probably going to die of a heart attack. And I spent almost the entire...
Dr. Octopus, who also happens to be Alfred Molina.
Yeah, so I was just like kind of worried the whole time that she's going to have a heart attack. But in fact, it was just a metaphorical hole in her heart. But I couldn't figure out like why he would know that.
I might be remembering this wrong, but I think I remember that in the book, we don't actually know what happened to her son. Like in this movie, it's basically clear that something happened to him on the water, right? Mm-hmm. And in the book, it's like he's last seen on the water. We don't really know. But there's this whole thing where at one point, he either sees or touches one of Sally Field's keys.
Marcellus.
Marcellus does. And he remembers being in the ocean and he was actually crawled over the bones and the key was with the kid. And he actually remembers that the key is the same key. Like, it's all sensory. It's fingerprints, which they say he could see, but they didn't really get into that. There's this one scene in the book where he immediately identifies that some guy who's yelling at is his kid. Like, it isn't really his kid because his wife must have fucked somebody else. Like, there's like he can do stuff with like smell and like fingerprints and stuff.
So the world building is much bigger.
Yes.
He can smell underwater stuff that's outside of the water?
Yeah, that there's a lot of sensory stuff in the book that I understand is based on stuff octopi can actually do. I don't know how specifically, if they can tell the same two keys in a row, but like maybe they can. I don't know. But it's just explained better. It's explained better how he does this.
And wasn't there more of a human mystery around what happened to the son? The son when he went out. There could have been a murder. It could have been, right?
Yes, it could have been a murder. He could have been missing. Like they just knew he was like missing. Okay. I mean, that's the way I remember.
They just decided to go right to the human story about the consequences.
Yes.
And the pull on the...
Yes. And there was a whole thing, too, that I really loved where the boy, Cameron, in the book is super poor. And there's a lot of stuff in the book about class because Tova clearly has money, like that she just, has because she's a boomer. And like boomers have money because they bought their houses for $12. And Cameron comes to town and he's got like $8 in his bank account. There's a lot of stress around that. Like the reader feels the financial pressure that he's feeling and the desperation. And it's actually really well done. Kevin, that's actually Bill Pullman's son, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was in...
He's in Top Gun, the Top Gun movie.
No, you're thinking of Glenn Powell. And I think both him and Glenn Powell are going to be the faces, actor faces of this decade.
Are you sure he wasn't in the Top Gun movie?
Yeah, that's Glenn Powell.
Okay. He has a Glenn Powell-esque look.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Glenn Powell was in... I think this is maybe your connection. Glenn Powell was in the Twister reboot, whereas Bill Pullman was in the original Twister. Does that make sense?
Not Bill Pullman's son.
Right. Bill Pullman was in the original Twister before Bill Pullman's son was probably born.
Yes.
And fucked an octopus or something like that. I don't know. There's an octopus in it. No, I guess not.
So isn't My Octopus Teacher about a guy who fucked an octopus?
It is. And
that's the urban legend.
What are you talking about?
He didn't have sex with the octopus in Octopus Teacher.
My son told me, he said he leaves his family because he wants to fuck an octopus is actually what he told me. No.
No.
I mean, he doesn't leave his family because he wants to fuck an octopus?
No, he's like a documentary maker.
It's a super interesting movie. Maybe
who falls in love with an octopus,
He doesn't fall, he becomes... emotionally attached to. I don't think he has romantic feelings towards the octopus. That is actually a great movie.
That's a good octopus movie that Toby likes.
Yeah, that I highly recommend.
It's part of the octopus genre on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet there's a code for that on Netflix.
Of the 3 octopus movies that you can watch on Netflix, that is ranked number 1.
One of them is a cooking show about
eating an octopus?
Japanese chef who makes octopi, yes.
Yeah.
One of them is the octopus fucking one, and then there's this one.
Wait, I thought didn't some movie win an Oscar for about a woman who wants to have sex with an octopus?
Yeah, there's a Shape of Water.
Yeah.
Which was also a cleaning lady who at night... falls in love
with a sea monster,
with something under the water, and I think there's fucking. I don't know.
It's not an octopus, though?
That sounds like something in my.
I think it's like Creature from the Black Lagoon,
Oh.
developed by government scientists. I don't know. I didn't see it. I'm just picking up that vibe.
Yeah,
Got it. All right. Glad we straightened that out.
Yes, and I did a fact check, and I was actually right. Lewis Pullman was in Top Gun Maverick,
as well as Glenn Powell.
Oh, Glenn
Powell was the Iceman.
They could play brothers.
Do they play the same person?
Could. That's why.
So Kevin,
everybody's been screaming at their phone. Yeah, okay.
What about Sally Field, Kevin? What do you think about how does she still got it?
The Flying Nun, Gidget,
yeah.
The girl from Smokey and the Bandit, absolutely.
The
Norma Ray.
Yeah.
How can we forget she has a 2-time Oscar winner?
Yeah,
right? That is legendary.
Did she win for Norma Ray?
Norma Ray and.
In
Lessons
terms of
from the Heart,
something
like that.
That one about the
and she was nominated for Lincoln as well. But I mean, just and all her Emmy awards, whatever. I mean, just she is like a national treasure. I think
one of the police officers asked me if maybe he hadn't tied the rope around his ankle and jumped, and then the gossip and the rumors and. I just stopped listening.
I mean, she's just so likable and always has been, and so that makes her like great for this role. I mean, again, I don't know if all the people reading the book envisioned her in this role. I think we brought up Thursday Afternoon Murder Club or whatever.
Yes, which was terrible.
The movie was terrible. The book was great. Like, again, you have main characters of a certain age.
Yes.
We'll say, right? That. And, there are themes in both of these about, like, getting old and what does that mean and what is your place and whatnot. I don't know emotionally if, like, the actors who were in that could play the Tova role, right? Yeah. We know she's great at comedy, but, like, she also brings to her emotional scenes a lot of depth.
You don't think Helen Mirren is capable of bringing emotional depth to the
character?
Well,
how many Oscars does she
have? Do you mean Dame Helen Mirren?
Yeah. Okay, fine. But the other woman who liked the jigsaw puzzle, I mean, like, it's not, I don't know. I think Sally Field is not an actress that, I think about a lot and is in blockbusters and you're like, oh yeah, she's out there. She's great in this.
Yeah. Yeah. What did you think about Sally Field, Laura? Are you a fan? I mean, have you seen her in lots of stuff?
Yeah, I appreciate it. I just watched Smokey and the Bandit, and I love how quickly she changes out of that wedding dress in that when they're on the run. But
did you watch it twice?
You just watched Smokey and the Bandit?
I did, because somebody was playing that song, that Eastbound and Downloaded, that Run Smokey Run song. I was like really into it. So I was like, oh yeah, that's going to be my new theme song.
Get that some bitch. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, like Sally Field's kind of the heart of this, movie for me. She was very relatable and just kind of like a portrait in grief and loss and aging and your sense of home. And she reminded me of like people in my own life. She was like this take charge, like she was bossy, like she's super freaking bossy when she takes the phone and sets him up on the date. And then, they go off to try to find what the first address from the phone book, who they think Cameron's father might be. And it's the guy who brings out the gun, and they hobble off and escape. And I guess the scene at the singing scene was not in the book, Rebecca.
There wasn't a lot of Radiohead in the novel.
In the book. But I felt like it's nice to see an older actor in a role that is something where they're given the spotlight in this way, where it's like ageism isn't at play in the way it's like this is real. This feels like real and relatable, and it feels like
relatable. It's a talking octopus, for fuck's sake.
I felt like it felt very real and relatable to me, but in a way that like you're like, okay, yeah, I know there's a lot of cliche in this. I know I could see some of these things coming a mile away, but at the same time, I was like, who can't relate to the person who's, getting ready to move out of their house, but the house is the last place that she saw her son alive. Right. And it's leaving, that way that we attach ourselves to physical things really, I think, is one of the other themes in this.
Right.
Can we forgive Sally Field, though, for her performance in Not Without My Daughter? And don't leave home, not without our Patreon.
Oh, Kevin.
If you join us at patreon.com/partnersincrimemedia, yeah, we'll forgive you for that. But you can go eastbound and down with exclusive content like the Crime Writers on After Show, our advice show, Married with Podcasts. In the latest episode, Rebecca and I give our hot takes on sexless marriage.
Yes.
Wait a minute, we didn't bring that up. Someone asked about it.
For once.
For once
you didn't bring it up.
My hot take is not great, Bob. Not great. Something's Off is Rebecca's true crime show.
My take was, if that's what you're into, completely fine.
That's what you're into.
Maybe the person was like, thoughts on my awesome sexless marriage? You never know.
Yeah. Maybe you just want to have a platonic relationship with a septipod. Did I get that right, science people? Is it
an octopod?
An octopod.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't septipod seven?
Yeah, it's an octopus who lost a leg.
Yes.
The sexiest kind.
Excellent. The sexiest kind.
The most sympathetic kind.
No. On Something's Off, Rebecca gets drunk and then watches classic cross-examinations, and the last one was when she watched the testimony from the Karen Reed trial of Trooper Paul.
Trooper Paul. Physics, properties of physics.
So Rebecca gets drunk and gives her hot takes on the biggest disaster of testimony in the history of...
That's a members only, by the way.
Yeah.
YouTube, that's a members only experience, but we've made it available for you on Patreon as the audio version of it. And you can hear me do literal spit takes.
Amazing.
It's very exciting.
Other exclusive content includes Toby Ball's Deep Dive Book Club podcast. Toby, the last book you just talked about was called Chaos. And it does not describe this movie, but it does describe Charles Manson.
Yeah, there's a lot of chaos going on with that guy.
And another exclusive podcast that you will get at the Bricker scale level is Laura Bricker's Leave It to Bricker podcast. And speaking of chaos, condo chaos.
Yeah. Condo chaos. Yeah, they're doing a walk around in my development now after the last condo board meeting, and I'm all over this.
What is a walk around?
There are so many complaints have been made about lack of maintenance that they've had to form a special committee to do a walk around.
Wow.
and look at things. But it's just like that documentary Neighbors that we watched earlier this year.
Wow.
But in my life.
I can't wait for that. If you join us at the Let's Do What We Do level, you get episodes of Crime Writers on early and ad-free. And if you join us as a deep diver, you get to be an official sponsor of Toby Ball's Deep Dive Book Club podcast. Toby, what's the next book that everybody should be boning up on?
They should be boning up on The Other Side of Prospect, which is about a murder in New Haven, but also sort of about class and race issues in New Haven, both historically and now.
All right, get all that at patreon.com/partners in crime media. And one other thing, or two other things, we always talk about it, but please sign up for our newsletter.
It's free.
It's absolutely free. It comes out on Thursday, and you'll get summaries of what we talked about. You're going to get to see the cat of the week, links to the crime of the week, the post of the week, Crime Writers on merch. It's the only place that you can get a hat or a sweatshirt that says Tu gato es elegante.
Tu gato es elegante.
It's a big hit.
That means your cat is elegant, for those who don't speak Espanol.
Yeah, and join our Facebook group. It's a really cool place. I'm always surprised that there are still people who've been around and have not joined yet, and they're like just getting around to it. I thought we had everybody that would ever come.
Yeah.
It keeps growing. It's a really cool place.
All right, Kevin, does thus end our business section?
Thus ends the business section.
Hey, this is Will Arnett, host of Smartless. Smartless is a podcast with myself and Sean Hayes and Jason Bateman, where each week one of us reveals a mystery guest to the other two. We dive deep with guests that you love, like Bill Hader, Selena Gomez, Jennifer Aniston, David Beckham, Kristen Stewart, and tons more. So join us for a genuinely improvised and authentic conversation filled with laughter and newfound knowledge to feed the Smartless mind. Listen to Smartless now on the SiriusXM app. Download it today.
25 years after the first Harry Potter movie hit the big screen, it's time to revisit these beloved films on the Harry Potter Official Film Podcast. Dive deeper into the world behind each film. Starting with The Philosopher's Stone, uncover hidden details, go behind the scenes with exclusive interviews, and rediscover the moments that shaped a generation. Watch Harry Potter, the Official Film Podcast on HBO Max, or listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Getting enough protein in the morning isn't easy. You want something that fits your routine and tastes good. That's where Silk Protein comes in. It's a new plant-based protein milk with 13 grams of complete plant protein, plus 3 grams of fiber and 50% less sugar than dairy milk. Pour a glass, blend it into a smoothie, or add it to your coffee for the road. Silk Protein helps provide the nutrients you want more of with a great taste. Shop now for Silk Protein at a store near you.
So, Kevin, who's our sponsor for this program?
We're brought to you by Quince.
Ooh.
Hey, if you're trying to be more intentional about what you wear day to day, Quince can help you with that. They've got pieces that feel easy, comfortable, and still put together, just like the sweater that Rebecca's wearing.
That's right. My sweater right now that I'm wearing is the oversized cashmere crew in navy and white stripe. It's nice and light, but warm enough for a breezy day. Perfect for spring, very like nautical inspired. I love this sweater so much.
Oh, you got it from Quince?
I did.
And what else do you get from Quince, Rebecca?
You can get jewelry from Quince.
And you have done that?
Yes, I have. You can get housewares from Quince, rugs, couches, anything you want. Gold bars, all of it.
We haven't done a couch or a gold bar yet.
Right.
But Quince has a whole bunch of stuff. They work directly with ethical factories to cut out the middlemen, so you're paying for quality and craftsmanship, not brand markup.
Refresh your everyday with luxury you'll actually use. Head to quince.com/crime for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too, eh?
Hey!
That's quince.com/crime for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/crime.
Crime.
Toby, what do you think about the CGI octopus in this film? Do you think it worked?
I mean, if I had looked at this 10 years ago, always been like, holy shit.
How did they get that octopus to do that?
The octopus wrangler.
You know, I think it's easy to get jaded about CGI stuff, but, you know, you're never really under the impression that it's a real octopus, but it's close enough that you don't really have to
It's not?
suspend that much belief. You know, I mean, you can kind of just go with it. So I didn't mind it. Like there's times when there's CGI stuff and I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. But this I thought was pretty good. That was not a hurdle I had to get across, was sort of accepting that as a real octopus. Why? Did other people, like I maybe am not that discerning about the...
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, I have a note about that too. It's like, we don't get to talk about special effects a lot, but yeah, I thought the octopus was well done. I mean, I wasn't, the physics of it wasn't cartoonish, which always gives it away. It moved like an actual octopus, and at least to the extent that we as jaded viewers don't really expect a real octopus to be shot when it does something on cue, it didn't take away from me.
Right.
It wasn't like the fake big cats from the Joe Exotic movie that they did with Kate
McKinnon.
Okay, the Kate McKinnon one?
Yeah, those were
fake?
they took dogs and then they just CGI'd them to be... Yeah. It's because certain dogs have sort of the same bone structure as, you know...
Did we talk about that?
I don't know if we talked about it, but that was very obvious what they did. You know, it didn't take away. I'll just say that the octopus...
Or like Davy and Goliath, that little pony.
Davy.
Oh, Davy. Davy's a dog, not a pony.
Oh, whatever the fuck he was.
Right? Davy's a dog?
Yeah. Davy.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I think Davy is definitely a dog. The one thing, the CGI, there's one trick, one little scene in the film where I was like, that's fucking impressive. When the CGI octopus was tangled up in a cable and she had to like pull the cable off. And I was like, okay, I'm waiting for the cutaway. So we don't have to see but it was like very well done.
Puppetry. I mean, there's some practical effects too. You know, I mean, they mix it in. You know,
yeah. When she's picking up the octopus and putting him in the bucket, I assume that had to be like something real.
A puppet.
Yeah.
I've been to Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah.
And so they do make rubber snakes and similar shit that looks really good.
Really?
Yeah. So and poo. Yeah, they definitely could have had a fake puppet octopus back there.
Do you think they got their octopus at Spencer Gifts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Along with the edible underwear.
Save some money after they hired all that
and the
big
black
name talent.
light. The black light that we would shine on Laura's cat blanket if we were in college, and it would make it glow during our party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Laura, there is a lot of, let's just say, corny stuff in this film.
Yes. Yes.
There's a romance with that guy, Colm, what's his face, who was in Star Trek The Next Generation.
With the Grateful Dead.
His name is Cole Meany.
Yep.
There is the Knitwits.
I like them.
A little knitting group. Why do you like them?
I like their name. Like, I think it's fun. I'd like to be in a club called the Knitwits when I'm that old. I think it's kind of funny.
I sort of like...
You kind of are in a club called the Knitwits, and it's the four of us.
Yeah. I sort of liked how when they had the old people getting together, they all just like talk shit about other people, which is exactly what old people actually
what young
do.
People do. It's what people do.
It's just what people do.
Yeah.
Sort of like that incredible Mahjong mystery series of videos. Laura, but what about this sort of central corniness of these two people who come from very different worlds learning they are in fact related, that Cameron is in fact Sally Field's grandson?
We knew this was coming. It was like...
Kevin didn't. Just FYI.
I'll explain. Go ahead, Laura. Yeah.
Well, I didn't totally know it was coming, but then it happened. I was like, oh yeah. And then I was like, then I watched it a second time. I was like, oh yeah. So it's like, I felt like, yes, there is some cliche here. Here's the woman who's missing her son, who is thinking of leaving her home. And here's the young guy who doesn't have a home, who needs a mother, and the theme of home and chosen family versus blood family. And I'm like, and in this case, they became chosen family before they became blood family. And that's like the ideal situation. It was a little much when the octopus look at Toby's face, got the ring from the eel and left it in the bucket after he was freed to go back to his home. And then she's like,
you cried, Laura.
Marcellus.
You know you cried.
I did cry. I was like, oh.
I can't leave here. This is my home. But I know I have to let you go home. We both know you didn't want to end up here, but I'm so glad Terry saved you. Because you saved me.
I'm not crying this time because this is a bit much, but I appreciated it because we consume a lot of difficult media, and the world is a really crazy place right now. So if we can have whatever this was, 2 hours of cliche octopus, happy, good feelings, I'm going for it.
I'm going to say it kind of fooled me.
Were you surprised, Kevin?
Yeah, only in the sense, like, in the end, it's like, oh, it's very obvious, but you're right, it's set up like it's going to be a surrogate relationship because it's convincingly set up that he has a father, a rich father, that he needs to get to. So it isn't like he walks into town and I never knew my father. I wish I had somebody who loved me.
Yes.
But I'm going to go play some stickball. It just isn't.
Wait, how did he become Bill Rankin?
You see my dad? He's got lots of money. But as soon as that thing was exposed as no, that's not the case, then it clicked in. Oh, then it's got to be the dead son has got to be the father. But for me, they effectively held that off long enough because how many things have we watched and we figured out in the first 15 minutes because it's so obvious. They did a good job here in the film, at least for me, from keeping it from being obvious until it can be more powerful at the end.
I would say in the book it was done very well, I will say, because I am very good at guessing the ends of things, and it surprised me. But I think one of the things the movie gets right, and the only reason I think you were surprised, is because they only ever talk about her son as a boy. So you don't think about him being a man who can actually fuck somebody and get them pregnant, at all, because they only show him in flashbacks as a boy. You just don't think about the passage of time in any way. So I think that's the main trick to holding it back.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So Toby, did you play any drinking games while you were watching this film?
I wish I had, if I'd known what I was in for. If I had been Laura and I watched it a second time, which will not happen, I'd probably end up drinking every time I had to hear Sally Field say Marcellus. Because she says Marcellus probably 50 times.
Okay, Marcellus. Come on, Marcellus. Oh, good, Marcellus. Marcellus? Marcellus. 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 Marcellus.
Including at the end 20 times in 3 minutes. It's just Marcellus. I was like, stop saying fucking Marcellus. And she just kept going on and on and on. And at that point, you just pass out and miss the end because I don't know. Was he called Marcellus in the book?
Yes. But I don't think they say his name that as much as frequently. Because in the book, it's a first person character. So when they're first person characters, it's interstitial chapters where he's the narrator and he's the first person character. And when you're hearing from inside someone's interiority, you don't have to use their name a lot in a book,
Yeah. Was he named after the Pulp Fiction character, Marcellus?
I don't know the Pulp Fiction character, Toby, because I've never seen that film.
You've never seen that film?
Oh. What?
Nope.
Oh, my God.
I've seen scenes from that film. I've seen the iconic scene where he hits Uma Thurman in the chest with the thing. I've seen the Royale with cheese scene. That's pretty much it. Never saw the film.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know.
I've so far learned in this show that Toby hates Sally Field, that he has seen...
No, I like Sally Field.
Okay, just checking.
No one hates
the Flying Nun Girl.
But he told her to shut the fuck up when she said the octopus's name too many times. And...
It was just nonstop, though. She's like, oh, Marcellus.
Marcellus. When she holds the ring at the end.
So hard. Yeah. Marcellus.
He knew.
I'm like, you don't have to say his name every time. Just talk. We know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Yes.
There's only one octopus in the room.
Oh.
Didn't you like it when he would get out and she would say, Marcellus, I'll help you get back in, Marcellus.
That's right.
Help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll send you home. And then he was like, don't worry, audience. I actually do die. Before you think some miracle happened, I'm dead. But Toby, we also learned about you that you have seen Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit, yeah, long time
Never saw
ago.
that either. And you've seen that film. You've seen
Pulp
Fiction, which I have never seen.
Still hasn't seen the
And
video.
My Octopus Teacher.
The shoe is on the other foot. How does it feel to have seen something iconic that your colleague is like never saw it?
I don't shame people for that kind of stuff, Rebecca. You be you.
Toby, you fucking never saw Titanic. For God's sakes, man. For God's sakes.
The Goonies. Come on.
So, Laura, why do you think this book is so immensely popular with book clubs? Aside from the fact that in some of the print versions, it does have a list of questions in the back.
Everyone that I know that's in a book club has read this book and is now having book club meetups to watch the movie.
As mine is.
I think you see all these themes that sort of lend themselves to book club discussions, like the meaning of home, broken people trying to put themselves back together, chosen family versus blood family. There's like the whole metaphor around like water, and the water is where her son disappeared. The water is where the octopus comes from. The water is She lives on the water. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of discussion. I think you can, easily come up with a whole list of questions for a book club. But I think it's because I think people can relate to the inevitability of someday moving out of their home, leaving their home, the grief over losing a child and how you cope within your group of friends, and how you have that one scene where, she's been trying not to be a burden to her friends. And that one woman's like, you haven't been a fucking friend. You're trying so hard not to be a fucking burden. So I think there's a lot of discussions about friendship and family and grief and loss, and everybody's book club. It was probably the it book right after COVID when it came out, and everybody read it. And now they're like, yay, we're going to have a follow-up about it. So
yeah,
your book club read it.
Yeah. Well, I made them.
Okay. And what kind of themes did you guys talk about in your book club?
We talked about how
bullshit, you drank white wine and gossiped.
No, we actually did talk about the book. We talked about how the fact there's actually a lot in the book too about the immigrant story in America, because Tova's dad was an immigrant, and there's a lot of his, it goes back in time to his coming to Western United States, and then also the shopkeeper guy is a much bigger character in the book, and is he is also an immigrant. So there's some of that. We talked about just the nature of just being a group of women, just trying to stay connected, and how hard that is when you have shit you don't want to share because you're always trying to not hurt anybody's feelings or trying to not be a burden, that kind of stuff. I thought the money stuff was just handled really well. You just realize how rare it is in a novel to really talk about. There's this one level of money that people don't talk about. We talk about a lot of novels about poor people, there's a lot of novels about really rich people. But the sort of the old person who's comfortable enough, that the sort of boomer mentality is for taking it for granted that everybody should kind of have a home and doesn't really understand or translate, why are you living in a van? That kind of stuff. It was handled really well. That's the stuff that really did it for me. But Kevin, I know that you also were able to glean some book clubby type themes from this, were you not?
Yeah, like you said, it's also a meditation. Like you said, I'm
proud
growing
of you.
old.
So proud of you, babe.
Thank you. Right, and Laura pulls out that scene where her friend Mary Ann talks about her own widowhood, and then shared about that. And there's also the theme of home.
I love Kathy Baker, by the way. I love her.
Tova, like you said, struggles, about her own home, and there's the unfinished business of it. Cameron attempts to do the fix-up work at her home, so it's very symbolic of that. And Cameron has no home, right? He's living in a van. And then there's Marcellus, his desire to go home.
His millennial friends have moved on without him. There's this whole class thing among millennials where the band. They're just not all launching at the same time because of the economy when they all came of age.
Yeah, and I think when it comes right down to it, where you have excellent source material and you've got to decide what to keep and what not to keep. If you're not going to do 6 parts, right? If you're not doing a series like that, and you have to make a film out of it, and you have to decide what to cut. Here they decided to cut some of the mystery, the human mystery, and some of all of that in favor of these larger themes and the more emotional stuff. And I think it's probably one of the better choices for doing that. That this was rich enough that it could sustain that and still be an interesting, restrained watch without needing to sex it up with Detective Octopus.
Hey everyone, it's me, Morgan Stewart, and I have a new podcast called The Morgan Stewart Show. Join me each week as I talk about pop culture, fashion, my personal life, and just a warning, I'm going to be giving my opinion on everything. I'll also have some really fun guests to join in on the fun. The Morgan Stewart Show is out now. Listen and follow wherever you get your podcasts or watch full video on YouTube.
25 years after the first Harry Potter movie hit the big screen, it's time to revisit these beloved films on the Harry Potter Official Film Podcast. Dive deeper into the world behind each film. Starting with The Philosopher's Stone, uncover hidden details, go behind the scenes with exclusive interviews, and rediscover the moments that shaped a generation. Watch Harry Potter, the Official Film Podcast on HBO Max, or listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Getting enough protein in the morning isn't easy. You want something that fits your routine and tastes good. That's where Silk Protein comes in. It's a new plant-based protein milk with 13 grams of complete plant protein, plus 3 grams of fiber and 50% less sugar than dairy milk. Pour a glass, blend it into a smoothie, or add it to your coffee for the road. Silk Protein helps provide the nutrients you want more of with a great taste. Shop now for Silk Protein at a store near you.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on the way.
We don't just alert, we stop crime before it starts. Simply Safe, plan starting around $1 a day. Save 50% on your new system with professional monitoring at simplysafe.com/SXM or with promo code SXM.
Outdoor deterrence requires a Simply Safe Active Guard outdoor protection plan starting at $49.99 a month. Visit simplysafe.com/licenses for alarm license information. Tennessee 2012.
All right, let's do what we do. Let's let our listeners know, should they check out the film Remarkably Bright Creatures, based on the novel of the same name on Netflix. Laura Bricker, thumbs up or thumbs down for Remarkably Bright Creatures?
Yeah, so I'm going thumbs up on this. I think we consume a lot of really heavy media. The world is really heavy right now. And sometimes you just need a feel-good comfort movie with an amazing CGI octopus to take you away for a few hours. Even if...
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, like, how can you go wrong with that? This was like getting a big hug from the octopus, the universe, whatever. We've got Sally Field, who is wonderful in this. I have been telling everybody to watch this. All my friends who are in book clubs are watching this. Yeah, this is low stakes. There is some mystery in there. But at the end of the day, I think this is one of those movies that when the world is heavy and the world is a lot, as it is right now, we all need a little of this in our life. So it's a big thumbs up for me.
Toby Paul, thumbs up or thumbs down for Remarkably Bright Creatures. Toby's getting so red.
I agree. I agree with everything that Laura said. Now, my feel good stuff is the Knicks playoff run so far.
Okay.
I feel as though I ought to abstain just because this is just like not my thing.
Don't people want to know what
Toby.
you think?
Don't octopus out.
I'll say this. Occasionally I either stay with or somebody stays with me, a relative, in the summer, and Hallmark Channel, I think, has Christmas in July, which is like all these like sentimental Christmas movies that they play during the summer. And this felt a lot like that. It felt like it had all the same conventions. It looked the same, all this stuff. So it kind of felt like a high-end version of that. So if that's the kind of thing that you like, I think this is probably a good choice for you.
Toby's like, if you're a dummy, you'll love this.
No, I mean, that's fine. I think, those things are popular for a reason. Like there's a lot of people who like that stuff. Yes. I just don't happen to. I'll say I'm just sort of a thumb sideways because I personally didn't like it, but I could see that within that kind of genre of stuff, it's like definitely better than like most of the things that kind of sort of touch the same bases that one does. So thumb sideways, I would recommend, despite one of the Lavoie children's trashing of it or minimizing it, My Octopus Teacher is actually one of the best nature documentaries I think I've ever seen.
Okay.
It's really pretty incredible. So if you want to like see like a non-CGI octopus in a like similarly affecting show, I thought that was really good. So I'll recommend that. But for this, I'm a thumb sideways.
Kevin Flynn.
Yeah, I'm a thumbs up. It's the most fun you can have with an octopus without fucking it. No, for real though.
Oh my God.
Wow. If somebody didn't listen to the review part, they're just going to think you're a pervert, Kevin.
Yeah, well, it's all rubber.
Yeah, there you go.
Very slimy.
Got a suckers.
Got a suckers. It likes to
Got
grip.
that one big mouth hole.
It's got a good grip. Okay. But for real, I'm a thumbs up. I thought that this was, it was moving, it was emotional, it was a little saccharine, but I liked that. I know that the source material is probably a little more mystery, and the things that they chose, they ended up choosing to go and explore the deeper themes, things like the theme of home and growing old and chosen family, things like that. I thought it was kind of moving. I thought it had like a really good ending, and there was some great performances. So for what it is, I thought it was a very pleasurable movie. So thumbs up.
Yeah, I was going to be a thumb sideways on this, hardcore, because I did not love it because it just so pales compared to the book. But I am actually a mild thumbs up only because of the performances of Sally Field. I think Lewis Pullman is also very good in this. But if Sally Field can make even me choke up about a dying fake CGI animal, then I have to remember, too, I did actually cry a lot about that Pete's Dragon thing when they caught him in the net thing. Anyway, yeah, Sally Field is great in this. And for that reason, I'm a mild thumbs up instead of a thumb sideways. It's not a great interpretation of a novel that is very corny, but that I happen to love a lot. but it hit enough of the notes that I'm willing to give it a mild thumbs up. And I really think that Alfred Molina has played too many octopuses and that perhaps they should have cast somebody else. But that's just, that's nitpicking. All right, now it's time for my favorite part of the podcast, a little something I like to call the crime of the week. A Yorkshire man has set a new record for strength by towing a car with his penis, all while being set afire. Strongman John Stevenson dragged a 2-ton French police car while it was attached to his penis more than 100 feet down a residential street while his clothes were doused with lighter fluid. In past stunts, he pulled a car with his testicles and pulled one while on fire, so he decided to combine them, but then upped the ante by attaching the rope to the meat and not to the veg. Afterward, the 50-year-old martial arts expert said, quote, "I won't lie, it did hurt quite a bit." Stevenson holds other records for towing and hoisting vehicles, as well as delivering 300 punches in 30 seconds while holding dumbbells. He told the local paper he did this stunt to raise awareness of prostate cancer. Does he know that's not in the penis? He also did it to raise awareness about bullying in schools because no one will make fun of you if you can drag a Renault Clio with your junk while your clothes are on fire. So, panel, I'm starting to think this isn't just about cars. What is the next ill-advised thing Mr. Stevenson will do to prove his manhood? What do you think, Laura Bricker?
Oh, boy. I have a couple answers here. I think he's going to try to tow a van uphill while listening to Crime Writers On in support of breast cancer or something like that.
Yes. What about you, Toby? What is the next ill-advised thing Mr. Stevenson will do to prove his manhood?
I'm not quite sure about the design of the harness, but bungee jumping.
Oh, what do you think, Kevin?
I think he's going to attempt to answer the question from his wife, does this dress make me look fat?
While his penis is on fire?
It's afterwards. That's what's going to happen. Smash cut to Sarah McLachlan singing Angel.
In the arms of... All right, Laura Bricker, folks want to reach out to you and say hello online. How can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Laura Bricker on Instagram and Blue Sky.
What about you, Toby? How can you be found?
At TobyBall603 on Instagram.
What about you, Kevin?
I'm at Kevin P. Flynn.
You can find me everywhere at Reb Lavoie. Find the show on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Blue Sky, TikTok, etc. at Crime Writers On. But mostly, as Kevin said earlier, you should join our Facebook discussion group. It's really fun. Get everything we make, including early and ad-free episodes at patreon.com/partnersincrimemedia. There's more than 1,000 podcast episodes out there, right, Kevin?
Yes.
Our theme song was...
we broke 1,000.
Congratulations to us. Our theme song was composed and performed by Tyler Gibbons, and our editor is me, while the EP of this show is Kevin Flynn. This show was recorded in the Caitlin Rogers Project Studio, also known as Studio C, the closet in our New Hampshire basement, where we also wear our very expensive vintage Grateful Dead concert tees when we want to make a good impression. On behalf of all the crime writers, thanks so much for listening. We will catch you
later. Everything's...
Sorry about my work event curtailing our recording. So if you have a lot to say, which I see that Toby does not, about the octopus thing.
I haven't looked at Toby's notes. I bet he hated it.
It's so different than the book.
It's a typical Toby week.
I don't have a lot to say about this.
Yeah.
Partners in Crime Media. Pandora makes it easy for you to find your favorite music. Discover new artists and genres by selecting any song or album, and we'll make you a personalized station for free. Download on the Apple App Store or Google Play and enjoy the soundtrack to your life.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Stop. This is Simply Safe. Police are on the way.
We don't just alert, we stop crime before it starts. Simply Safe, plan starting around $1 a day. Save 50% on your new system with professional monitoring at simplysafe.com/SXM or with promo code SXM.
Outdoor deterrence requires a Simply Safe Active Guard outdoor protection plan starting at $49.99 a month. Visit simplysafe.com/licenses for alarm license information. Tennessee 2012.
Your phone is your lifeline. Calling your kid to say goodnight, waiting on a job callback, or just sending a meme to your best friend when it's been that kind of day. Wherever life takes you, the TextNow app keeps you connected for free. Get a real phone number, unlimited talk and text, and 5G data for your favorite apps, all for $0 a month. No fixed contracts, no hidden fees, no panic when bills pile up, just phone service that's there when it matters most. TextNow. We've got your back. Download TextNow in your app store today. Wireless plans require the purchase of a SIM card. Visit textnow.com for terms and conditions.